How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto, and today we have a pretty interesting video. We're going to start it off, get right into it. DigiByte joins VID blockchain's VIDT data link, data verification solution. So DigiByte, a scalable proof of work smart contracts platform, is now a part of VIDT data link. Per sources close to the matter, VID blockchain's data link will be able to offer a multi-cloud and multi-chain data verification solution from July 1st, 2020 onwards. And this is pretty awesome. I think that one of the strong suits that DigiByte does have going for it, and I mentioned this time and time again, DigiID definitely is pretty exciting stuff, especially while we've been watching more and more things all around the world reliant and dependent on passwords. And I don't think people fully understand the capacity by which password security is going to be important, especially when we look at hospitals and all this important information and money, and not only that, but identity in and of itself. DigiID, blockchain identity, it's going to do so much stuff, in terms of trying to, make identity theft and sort of things as a thing of the past. So the article goes on to say, according to a tweet by VID, some of the entities and partners involved in the project include the likes of IBM, Hyperledger, LTO Network, and among others. So for the and it will be interesting. DigiByte continues to trail the blaze. The global economic downturn brought about by the sort of health situation hasn't deterred DigiByte from continuing to build its ever-evolving ecosystem. And I'll stand by my $1 DigiByte prediction. I think that it's well within the bounds of possibility in the short term, especially if you can entertain the notion of somebody talking about $100,000 Bitcoin, then I don't see why the concept of a $1 DigiByte would seem foreign to anybody who's of that sort of standing and of that position in the cryptocurrency space. So it will be very exciting to see, especially when we talk about DigiByte being a more it's faster digital currency. It's more innovative and more decentralized, more of the stuff that we really care about in the cryptocurrency space. Not to mention DigiByte's well proven. It exists. It's well within its bounds of potential, and very much ready to meet with the stride of this future. The paradigm shift that we've been seeing, and I think that when we talk about authentication, it's one of DigiByte's strongest suits, and it will be very interesting to see just how DigiByte and the rest of the space continue to evolve. So DigiByte, the scalable POW smart contracts platform. Many crypto and blockchain projects exist today that focus on payments, finance, tokenization, or the deployment of the novel tech and other business segments. This trend will creating useful solutions does little in ensuring decentralized ledger technology interfaces with other emerging pursuits like artificial intelligence, AI, and the Internet of Things. DigiByte, as a blockchain network, aims to create a DLT ecosystem that satisfies payments, smart contracts, and broader interpersonability needs. The project is also working on modalities to decentralize the internet, especially within the context of Web 3.0. The next generation of the global internet architecture, Web 3.0, will hardly be possible without AI and IoT implementation to ensure the emergence of So it is interesting to see DigiByte right on the money here, right out where they need to be, and able to really manifest what needs to happen as far as blazing that trail and working within the dynamics that are going to be necessary as far as watching. So this is interesting. DGB tokenomics. So DGB has a total token supply of 21 billion coins within the first token being mined back in 2014 based on the 21-year mining schedule. The 21 billion DGB should emerge in 2035. The 21 billion token supply cap means that DGB holds 1,000 to 1 ration with Bitcoin. So I think even $1. I'm just making these short-term predictions. I don't want to obviously sit here and tout off things that are going to make people get angry in the comments. That's why I always try to keep my I try to have a measured response. I'm not overly bullish either when it comes to cryptocurrency. I always try to give a balanced and nuanced perspective and talk about what's happening with both sides. However, the concept of a $1 DigiByte, especially when we talk about those limited supply and the amount of DigiByte that are actually out there, 21 billion might sound like a lot, but in a world with unlimited USD printing and all these other things happening, it will be interesting. So in other news, Barstool Sports founder holds to 2017 stance on Bitcoin. The Barstool Sports founder, Dave Portnoy, recently retweeted his 2017 video on Bitcoin, saying his view on the asset has not changed much. Quote, "For everybody trying to get me in the Bitcoin game, I made this video in 2017. It said in June, he still feels this way. So, active on social media. He has made noise since that, and the certain health issues that we've been watching, and of course, stock day trading videos in which he alludes to his lack of market prowess. In 2017 video, he said that he was a Bitcoin investor that year due to the hype around the asset at the time. Most of the video included himself explaining his confusion on the asset ecosystem and underlying technology. So what he said himself was, I don't know how to spend them. I don't know how to get them. You got to go to this thing called Coinbase. Coinbase, that's funny, which is how you buy them. And they keep shutting down because too many people are trying to buy Bitcoin. The whole thing is run by the Winklevoss twins. So that's kind of funny. But hell, it is an interesting. Just to see the people in that side of the world, that side of the internet, sort of talking about Bitcoin, it is interesting, and it will be interesting to see the actual sort of community of people who will be the hodlers of these technologies, who will be sort of the leaders of the blockchain wealth. If they can manage to hold on to them. I imagine a lot of people are probably going to sell out at $100,000 Bitcoin and maybe miss the gravy train up until the higher numbers. But it still is sort of at that sweet spot. A lot of dumb people do have $10,000 in the bank and they're willing to spend it on Bitcoin. So, when we talk about market sort of manipulation and stuff like that, I think it makes sense to keep the acquisition of a full Bitcoin at a point where there is sort of a psychology. It does act as a vacuum to pull money from people in some certain sections of people on the internet want to get rich quick. But I think that the hodlers of these things, people, I think we're on the right track. Looking at altcoins and stuff like that, which is why I'm always happy to make this content. I'm always happy to make these videos, and I thank everybody for watching the content that we put out on here. Just thanks everybody for subscribing, all the comments. I read everybody's comments. I try my best to get in contact with people who are interested in these things and stuff like that. But of course, remember, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Now, I'm not your dad. I'm not your financial advisor. Remember to do your own research, although it is Father's Day tomorrow. So make sure that you guys give me a happy Father's Day in the comments. That's a joke, but I know every Father's Day I get a bunch of happy Father's Day in the comments. I mean, it's a funny joke, but still, it is interesting, to see what's been happening with DigiByte. This is sort of a single topic video here, but I think we did cover a lot of interesting things about DigiID. I think that the case can easily be made for the $1 DigiByte. I don't imagine it being so far-fetched anymore, and I think people are waking up to that, which is good. It's exciting, and we'll see what happens as things continue to move forward. Yeah, but all that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay relevant, stay aware, and remember to do your own research, and don't trust anybody.